Greetings all. It's Mark Aho. I'm the owner of Taho Sports, and we've probably met. If you're receiving this, we've done business somewhere throughout. But I'm sending an email out just to kind of chat real quick, take 5 minutes of your time to let you in on some sad and kind of bitter news for us. And this COVID situation has hit us very hard. When you're a sports supplier and everything gets shut down and you do things for large events and everything gets shut down, it causes you to make some drastic and dramatic changes to your business to try to stay afloat. And while we're confident Tahoe will stay afloat, we do have to make a change to one of the most visible, valuable arms of our business. And we've had to make the sad decision financially to shut down our Ham Lake retail store. So this message is to let you know a little bit about what Tahoe's doing moving forward, about the shutdown of our retail store, and about what we still want to be able to do for you guys. So being a staple of your community for as long as we are, appreciating every one of you that have come in and passed the words, watching your kids grow up and watching them at sports and having our kids compete against them. Almost everyone at Tahoe is a North Anoka County person. You've had myself, who has been 3 kids through St. Francis, all athletes and part of different functions, and being to all those sports, being a youth coach myself. Jim, who is one of the minority partners here at Tahoe, 30 plus years on the Blaine Spring Lake Park Athletic Board, all his kids athletes at St. Francis. Teresa, our bookkeeper, has children at the St. Francis School District. Brian, our graphic artist, who's done wonderful work for you guys, St. Francis grad, and David, our production managers, an East Bethel guy too. Scott, who most of you have seen at the Ham Lake store. His wife, Deanna, is the athletic secretary at Andover, and you'll see Scott at a lot of the games doing things there. Marching right on through. Cindy and her husband, Andover kids, or their kids were Andover kids, who they were part of the Fast Pitch Association. So we've all been part of this family, and it's really a bummer to be saying goodbye to you guys, at least on this front. But closing our Ham Lake store does not mean that Tahoe Sportswear is closing. We're still going to be here for you. For those of you who you're used to seeing the store, and we think it's one of the greatest looking sporting goods stores in the region, and the reps tell us that all the time how wonderful it is. But those of you who don't know, behind that store is our production and sales office down in Fridley, Minnesota. We have 13,000 square feet where we do all of the warehousing, all of the printing, all of the sewing. If you've done trophies, banners, decals, all of that is done right here. So we've got a great staff here who is going to continue to work to supply you with what we need. It's just not going to be that walk in and get a piece off a rack. And that makes us tremendously sad. But we're here for that. And that's what we want to let you all know. What we're going to be doing in trying to close out is starting next week. We're going to start with a sale. It's going to start on the 15th. It is going to be a closeout location closing sale, so we're not going to be restocking a ton of stuff. We do have a lot of inventory down here at Fridley where we're going to be able to do some restocking of some apparel, but you're going to want to come in, take advantage of the prices. We need to turn that inventory into cash to pay off our vendors. We were very responsible early on and ordered early, so all of our baseball, softball, lacrosse, many of our things came in right before the COVID emergency hit, and we didn't have an opportunity to decline shipments and this stuff. So we've got all brand new stuff for spring sports and even some of our fall sports in here ready for you guys to purchase. Come take advantage of it. Help us turn that into cash so we can pay our vendors and make a transition. That's what we've got going, and again, we feel terrible for it. As far as some of the other things we're doing, we don't want you to panic. We're still going to be here for team business. We'll still be sports suppliers. We'll still be apparel suppliers. We'll still do trophies for you, signs, all those things. It'll just be done out of Fridley. And we're looking to try to get a little more creative in how we do it. We're building some more of an online presence. Letter jackets, we will work with your schools. Letter jackets is a great business, and there are a few of you schools who are so in the tradition of letter jackets. It's so important for you guys, and we're going to find ways. We're going to come to your banquets, as long as the coaches let us size you out, be able to get those letter jackets and let the kids celebrate their accomplishments. So we've got plans for all those things. We're looking into a trailer to be able to come to some events, and like I said, a bigger online presence. Those are the things we've got going. Again, a huge thank you for your support. A huge thank you for being friends. We've made so many friends through this business. It's awesome to be able to go out. And it's going to be sad not to see that purple sign out on Highway 65 anymore. But like I said, Tahoe will still be there. Starting next Monday, 25 to 33% off. We'll raise it as things go. We're going to do it ourselves. We're not bringing in one of those big groups to come and jack the prices way up. And then when we give you 50% off or 30% off or whatever it is that you really get an actual cost, we're going to do it ourselves. So we're going to be very fair. We're going to ask you to please share this. We're going to ask you to keep Tahoe Fridley in mind. We'll do our very best to let everyone know. Again, a heartfelt thank you for 19 years of support. We've been 19 years with our first location in Andover, then when we moved to the Highway 65 corridor. A special thank you to Andover, Blaine, St. Francis, and Cambridge, who have been the staples of what we do, with an extended thank you going out to our fringe customers that were a little further away, from our Coon Rapids to our Elk River, and Anoka did a great job. Forest Lake, wonderful, thank you. Centennial, all you people who came in and found us down to the south side here, of the county with Spring Lake Park, Fridley, and Columbia Heights, all great customers of ours. Will still be here for you. So with that, I'm going to ask you to please share the word of our store closing. Hear it straight from our mouth of what we've got going. We couldn't withstand the big hits that the time off took us for COVID. And I'm hoping we'll see you in for at least a couple more months and continued business as we move on for your associations and teams. We're going to be here for you. That's the news we have. Again, share the word. Thank you again. Peace all. We'll see you down the road.